Well, hello, friends, and I hope that you are having an excellent weekend. Happy Sunday. Um, I actually am headed out into the garden. I don't have a lot of updates, but I have a lot of updates. So, the great thing about gardening is that sometimes it starts out really slow, and you look at what other people are doing, and you're like, well, how come she's harvesting so much of this already? And my, whatever that is, hasn't even taken off yet. Listen, give it time, don't compare, because once things get going, they really get going. And that's pretty much what I'm talking about today, is just like things that are prolific growers. And I have a very special treat to show you guys. I shared something really icky with y'all a few weeks back, and I'm going to share an update on that today. So let's head out into the garden and see what's going on. So, you guys, I literally come out into the garden every day because things like this happen. And if I don't come out here every day, that will grow until it's way too big. And so, this is what I mean. Like, some things, focus, some things you feel like just are not doing anything. Like, you can see there's a little baby okra plant over there, and the animals have eaten it, but there's enough okra to go around. But so if I didn't come out here every day and harvest these, then they just would no longer be viable. I couldn't eat those. So they started out really slow, but once they get going, once they grow, they are just prolific. This is okra. Of course, it does great in the south because it's so super hot, and okra loves the heat. Then same thing, these are peppers coming on, and this is a volunteer pepper plant, and I just let it stay. But the same thing is going to happen here. It's just going to start going crazy with peppers, and I'll have to come check it every single day. Another one is those cucumbers. Let me head over to the other side and just show y'all what's going on with the cucumbers. Look at this. Every single day I come out and there's new kooks. These are cooler cucumbers. You can see there's another one. Oh, where is it? There. Another one up there. And this one over here just has a bunch of babies on it. They haven't, like, I don't know if you can see that little baby under there. There's a lot of those babies all over these cucumber plants. And I literally do have to come out here and check them every day, which is not a chore for me. I love it. Also, you see cardboard under there. I just do that because I don't want the fruits touching the dirt, because that's a good way to get some pests, some insects, disease, all that stuff. And I don't want that. I want to be able to eat my cucumbers. Look at that. I didn't even see that one. That thing is shaped very strangely. But anyway, that's gardening. It's very interesting. It's like science. So this is going to be a really quick video because it's been raining, it's really wet, and it's going to rain again. So a few weeks ago I showed you guys, maybe last week it was, I showed you guys the insect activity inside my composter. That composter is like proving to be really great. But so this is what our compost looks like now after it has been sitting. Literally, this one was sitting through the winter, and we just took it out yesterday. You can see that there are some things that have not yet broken down, like these avocado. You know, that's the outside of an avocado that hasn't completely broken down. That is an actual avocado seed that, look at that, I can just like crumble that in my hand. But this right here, y'all, is black gold. I can't, I'm not as good as some of these other gardeners who would just stick their hand down in there. I'm very squeamish, don't like the bugs, don't like, dirt is okay, but this is compost and it's still like doing stuff. So I'm not gonna stick my hand in there because, texture. Ugh. Anyway, that right there is black gold, and this is gonna be amazing in the garden. Now, what I showed you guys the other day, there was a lot of it actually that came out. You can see there's more over there. But what I showed you guys the other day was the side of the compost that we're still adding to. And you saw all of the animals in there. all of the bugs in there, just breaking it down. That will be ready a whole lot faster because it's summertime and the heat will help it move along a little faster. As for this compost, it did take quite a while to get going and to become viable, but now I can add this to like pots. And as a matter of fact, I have them in these grow bags. And what I plan to do, so when I emptied out the compost, we emptied it into these grow bags. Let me show you again. So those are just 5-gallon grow bags, and I have, well, I bought 2 sets of them, so now I have about 10 of these. And I have several vegetables growing in these because our garden is not that big. And the other advantage to these is just being able to move them around. So if you think you have a plant in a spot that is not doing well, you can move it to a different spot. Anyway, so what I think I'm gonna do is take some potting soil and add it to the compost, mix it up really well, and that's gonna be for my plants than just regular dirt from the dirt yard or even the bag stuff. Like, that stuff is okay, it's fine if that's all you can get, but this combination is going to be so much better both in the garden and in pots. So that's what I'm going to do. Compost, yeah, it's kind of icky, but again, it's very cool when you think about all of this dirt was from food scraps. Basically, it's basically food scraps and grass because we don't have a lot of leaves that fall. And that's it. And that is going to feed our plants and feed us for a very, very long time. It doesn't take a lot, which is also great. And it's easy to work with. So why go and buy compost that may or may not be the best, may or may not have things in it that you want in it, when you can do it easily yourself. And you saw my compost is very contained, so critters can't get in there. If you have a large yard, you're lucky enough to be able to have just like a 3-section bin. Like, I have lots of YouTubers that have that kind of setup, and it's great if you have the space for it. If not, invest in a tumbler. Those things are the absolute best, and they make great compost, as you just saw. So that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. The weather is about to catch me again, so I'm going to sign off and say thank you for tuning in, and until next time, happy gardening. Bye.